Hello and welcome everyone to Match Day Live. Do apologise for some technical issues, but hope you're all well, Reds. Got straight into the starting 11 anyway for Liverpool. Obviously, Alisson, Trent, Quansah, Virgil van Dijk, Costa Simikas, Jones, Endo, Salah, Elliott, Gakpo and Diogo Jota. As well on the bench for the Reds, Kelleher, Bradley, Andy Robbo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Keita, Nunes and Lucho Diaz. But Reds, if you are new, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. Massive thank you to everyone that has subscribed already. Absolute legends. Great big support across the board, which is all well and good. You're absolute legends and very much appreciated. But yeah, if you are new to Matchday Live experience, of course, do apologise for some technical issues. I found out what it will be. Going to be eradicated and sorted for next week anyway. But obviously, yeah, that'll be getting sourced anyway. So my apologies, Reds. But obviously a strong bench for Liverpool, and of course it's Liverpool have done the job. The first of the next couple of Guard of Honours, really, which is all well and good. And let's hope, as we said on the previous stream, do apologise, and we were saying very much the case in point going into the summer, it's going to be an opportunity for the likes of Harvey Elliott, Endo, and other players on the peripheral, really, of Liverpool's squad. It's going to be an opportunity for try and get into Arne Slot's plans, really, going into the summer. And the Liverpool away ends, of course. Just the camera's panning over there, and you've got champions in all red and blue, and obviously 20th celebrating the 20th title win as well. And it's a ground that Liverpool have had big history over the past years, of course. Kenny getting the winner all those years ago anyway, playing manager at the time at Stamford Bridge, and very much helping Liverpool secure a 16th league title at that stage as well. So it was a fantastic goal. It's played on numerous clips anyway. It's a big goal in Liverpool's history, and certainly Stamford Bridge, of course, under the days of Rafa Benitez and Jose Mourinho, Chelsea Football Club, there's been a historic history in terms of the last 20 years as well, in terms of the to-ing and throwing, really. But yeah, Reds, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are watching on YouTube, do get your comments in as well. But big up there, Tony. Big up there, Storm. How are we, Reds? Good evening, Storm. How are we, buds? And yeah, Reds, do drop a like on the video. Massively helps out. Of course, we've got, obviously, the post-match Raw. That'll be getting recorded this evening, where the lads will be very much taking you through their expert analysis of the game. Dave and Trev and the other lads, of course. And following the full-time whistle, you've got the Gags Tandon show. I'll be joining Gags, I think, this week as well. And let's hope we'll be very much enjoying the clips, really, of very much Liverpool getting a Guard of Honour. But let's get a result over the line this afternoon as well, Reds. I know, obviously, celebration mode, and there's been a lot of rotation quite heavily in certain areas of Liverpool's team. Obviously, Joel Quansah coming into the team. Endo, Curtis Jones coming in now as well. And, getting big opportunities within the side. But it's all well and good wanting to force your way into the side. But, Arne and the technical staff and obviously the data lads as well will already know all what they want to be doing going into the summer as well. So it's going to be one of them in that regard, Reds, where Liverpool looking into the summer, of course, we're looking to improve the squad in certain aspects, but we'll have a little look in terms of the analysis from Chelsea's point of view as well, Reds, because it's all well and good us turning up. We know the magnitude. Obviously, Newcastle United did drop 2 points this weekend as well, just before we come on live on air. Obviously, 2 big points dropped for them, and that really where Chelsea will be looking to very much capitalise on a potential top 5 Champions League spot. We know how tight it is in terms of the competitions for European football, and that has not really changed really at all, Reds, because in terms of where they find themselves in the league, Chelsea, it's 5th place. So as it stands, they are 3 points behind Newcastle United in 4th, and they're only 4 points behind Manchester City, Chelsea. So we know the type of quality in that Chelsea side. Enzo Maresca is coming to a massive group of players, as has been the case for Chelsea in numerous seasons, really. We know what Todd Bowley's all about, the hierarchy of Chelsea Football Club. I think there's not a unwillingness to sign players, but I think it's when you're rotating a lot of managers, as they have done in the last couple of seasons, It's not like it was under the Roman Abramovich either, in terms of when they were rotating, it was drastically impacting the performances on the pitch. Jose Mourinho, Ancelotti, the Contes as well, and the list is endless. Scolari, and obviously Robert Di Matteo, famously winning Champions League in the space of a couple of months as well. And all the managers, it was Roberto Di Matteo, but he's got a rich history with Chelsea, and I think he got the best out of that core squad of players. You got Drogba, Lampard, your Teddys, Florian Maloudas, your Kalous. Down in the history, Chelsea have had some great players, especially in the last 20 years as well. And it's going to be one of them. Of course, Mark Hughes up front back in the day with partnering Gianfranco Zola. So they've had some very good players, and certainly Chelsea, they had aspirations as a football club, and as they want them to aspire to be and get up into those top echelons of the Premier League, is very much bringing in the type of quality as they have done in certain aspects. You look at Cole Palmer as well, Reds, obviously Chelsea's top goal scorer in the Premier League this season. He's had a weird season. Obviously, the season prior, a record-breaking season for Cole Palmer. The amount of goals in which he did score last year in terms of contributors from assist level as well. He's been their top goal scorer really for Chelsea this season in terms of things. He's got 40. Let's quickly look at my notes as well. So in terms of Maresca, his points total this season, he's averaged a 1.8 points per game record, winning 17, drawing 9, and only only losing. But a team like Chelsea, you can't be losing 8 games if you want to be getting up to the higher tables of the Premier League. So yeah, 17 wins, 9 draws, and 8 losses as well. That's where I do feel the sides below Liverpool in the Premier League, the amount of draws. Arsenal, ridiculous amount of draws, 9 draws for Chelsea, and it's not good enough really for both of those teams. In terms of top assister, of course, Cole Palmer, only 8, considering the prior season in which he did have. That's quite disappointing from his levels, and I do feel, Reds, as well. What are your thoughts really on Chelsea? Everyone, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. But as Tony said there, we are the champions. Yeah, it's just a bit there, Tony. I hope you've all been bouncing into work and smiling and wearing all that Liverpool gear. And make sure, speaking of Liverpool gear, the championship range is available on Anfield Index. If you just head over to Etsy and search Anfield Index, you can grab all your mugs, you can all your brand new expensive very much your Champions range as well. And if you want to head over and get your Premier League gold badge as well, you can certainly do so. That is obviously all on AnfieldIndex.com as well. And you want to become an Anfield Index Pro member, it's just as little as a coffee anyway. And you can listen to all the podcasts that we do over there on Anfield Index. Been going for 14 years, but yes, plenty of great content to get stuck into anyway. Over 75 free podcasts per week with over a staggering 600 plus free articles a month. That's head over to AnfieldIndex.com as well. So, Reds, plenty to get stuck into. As we mentioned, the post-match Raw will be live this evening. Obviously, in the Discord community. So, if you've got Discord, head over and join over 2,000 odd Liverpool fans from across the globe that are already in there. It's a great community that that everyone's built over there, so everyone's welcome. But if you want to become an Anfield Index Pro member, it certainly, you can listen to all the audio podcasts live in the studio as they're happening. And you can pose some questions for any industry-leading journalists that we do get on over on Anfield Index. And, of course, ask all the, obviously, Trev and Dave and all the great podcasters as well. You can pose questions in there, and if they're not chock-a-blocker, but it's always well and good. It's fantastic to really get your comments in. It's very live, very interactive, and that's what we all want to be doing here, especially with the YouTube channel as well. It's a great way of connecting with every single Red, and yeah, it's plenty of content to get stuck into, Red. So yeah, head over on the YouTube. There's plenty. You've obviously had Dave Davis done a fantastic interview with Paul Joyce, where he spoke about obviously Liverpool and potentially going into summer as well. That's on the YouTube channel. Obviously, Jonathan Northcroft, they've done a cracking interview again. Two great industry-leading journalists, as we were just mentioned there. Two of the best in the business in terms of Liverpool scene as well, covering Liverpool. It was great to get their insights. So you can find little trailers, little clips of those podcasts on YouTube. But if you want to listen to them in the full entirety of them, you can certainly do so if you head over to AnfieldIndex.com. As you can see there, Discord, it's free to join. Clicking the links in the description as well, Reds. And yeah, there we go. Liverpool will be coming out to a guard of honour. Chelsea, the face of the players to come out, and fair play to Chelsea. And chat, I don't know if you, I know a lot of you don't have much of social media, but did you see the interview with Rio Ferdinand and Peter Crouch getting asked about the guard of honour? It's never been an issue, only when Liverpool are coming into an era of dominance, teams are whinging. But yeah, there we go. Chelsea fans booing, but wouldn't expect anything different. There we go, Reds. Fair play to the Chelsea players, but the rules are rules. Surprised Bernardo Silva's not there clapping, as we know. But well done. Yeah, there you go. Happy days there, Reds. One guard of honour down. And what a place to get a guard of honour at Stamford Bridge, Reds. We'll be there. We are here. And well done, Reds. But yeah, Reds, let us know. Get your score predictions in the comment section below as well. Jav, big up there, lads. How are we, buds? He's gone 2-1 Liverpool. There we go. A strong Chelsea side anyway. For anyone tuning in, we'll go through both of the starting 11s anyway very quickly, if you've just missed it anyway. So Chelsea side is as follow. Sanchez in goal, Caicedo, Chalobah, Colwill, Cucurella. Obviously that concludes their back line. Lavia, Fernandes, and the forward four for Chelsea this afternoon. Starting from right to left, Madueke, Cole Palmer, Neto, and leading the line, Nicholas Jackson, who he's come from Villarreal, the Spanish La Liga last season. Done a great interview this last couple of weeks ago anyway, speaking about his admiration for Unai Emery in terms of what he done for his game. But I think the more to watch of Jackson, he's slowly getting better. But if you're a striker at Chelsea, you need to be banging in 20-odd minimum goals in the Premier League. Mentioned Zola, mentioned obviously Didier Drogba, famously one of the best leading line strikers, especially in the big games, in finals. But for Liverpool this afternoon, if you're coming in from work or whatnot, it is Alisson, Becker, Trent playing down the right-hand side. Kostas Tsimikas and Joel Quansah coming to Liverpool's back line. Obviously, Virgil van Dijk partnering Jarell in the centre-back berth. And, of course, the Liverpool's midfield. Elliott coming in, Endo's coming in, and Curtis Jones. So, 3 big changes for Liverpool. But I'm very happy, to say the least, really, giving the lads a well-earned break. But it's up to those 3 lads to come to Stamford Bridge. We know Curtis has had some very good performances down the years at the Bridge. So, those lads should be capable of doing the job this afternoon. Obviously, Salah, Jota, and Cody Gakpo, and the bench for Liverpool is as follows. So you got Kelleher, Andy Robbo, Conor Bradley, Konate, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Darwin Núñez, and Chiesa, and finally Lucho Diaz as well, Reds. But if you aren't new to Matchday Live, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. Drop a like on the stream if you're excited to see, hopefully, Liverpool get a massive 3 points this afternoon. I say massive because I don't want this season to filter out, really, but it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Of course, Chelsea with their aspirations of wanting to get into a Champions League spot, that'll be massive, really, for them in terms of their development, especially if they do run out of hotels and anything to really sell. Still baffles me that, really, how that is allowed, but I think obviously the Premier League have already started to very much change the rules already, to say the least. But it's going to be a big experience for Arne Slot, his first experience of going to a Premier League away. But we are very fastly approaching kickoff here. So Arsenal have slipped, and we are underway here at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool shooting from left to right this season. It's transcended the Premier League over the last 20 years. Two teams with one club with a lot of history and one other with not a lot of history in recent times. As we know, they ain't got no history, have they? Salah already. Lovely little build-up play there back down the right-hand side. Lovely. Salah absolutely does Cucurella. Lovely little give and go on the edge of the penalty box there by Elliott. But let's hope Salah can, in the next couple of weeks, really add to already his rich season that he's had. Well done, Virgil. Straight through the back of Nicholas Jackson, but it's a good header. Well done, Jarrell. All the way back to Alisson Becker. Under a bit of pressure, really, from Jackson. Well, it'd be good to see Jarrell Quansah get a couple of minutes, really. Whatever happens in the summer, I think Jarrell Quansah will be staying at Liverpool, unless an absolutely ridiculous bid comes in for him, really, in excess of probably 50, 60 million. He's still a young lad, still developing, really, and I know it's so difficult for any player, especially coming into an environment where Liverpool are playing at such an elite level this season, as we have. I think Quansah, once you start giving him a proper run in games, I think that's when Liverpool will see the best of his development, really. But it's early stages with Jarrell. I think the one aspect as a Liverpool fan base, as we all know, we are a club that we allow our young players to develop, really. And most importantly, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. But how are the players going to be developing? It's if you make those mistakes. And of course, as we've seen with Jarrell over the last couple of seasons, he's made them, but he's developed over time as well. I think there's a big understanding between the Liverpool fan base about certain individual players. We'll see with Robbie Fowler, Gerrard, Carragher. Young players that have come through the Liverpool ranks, really. It's not always been plain sailing. But in life, anyway, if you don't make mistakes, you're never going to learn, really. Neto down the right-hand side. Chelsea's first attack down the right flank. Ball in. Enzo! 1-0. What a ball. What a goal. Fair play. Pedro Neto. No stopping that, really, Reds. There's something on the line for this Chelsea side. But it's a fantastic break. Down that right-hand side, the former Wolves man, Pedro Neto, breaks down the right. And he puts in a phenomenal ball into the penalty spot. Pulls it back. And Enzo takes a touch and really sets himself. Enzo, lad, we've won the league, lad. We're not bothered. But I tell you what, it's a lovely little break. Cole Palmer in that little pocket of space. He's played Neto there. But Neto, phenomenal ball into the penalty spot, and there's no one picking up Enzo there, really. All the transition, Liverpool have shifted all to that left-hand side of the pitch, and he's unmarked there, and it's took one touch. Enzo sets himself and puts that into the bottom right corner anyway. Tell you what, it's a great goal, but poor defending by Liverpool. But as we know, we've won the league, if you didn't know. But yeah, it's one of them. Sound. But come on, Eds. But it's difficult, especially being in this position as well. When you are playing a team like Chelsea, or the next couple of weeks, teams that will be wanting and vying for big, crucial European spots. From a psychological point of view as well, it's massively shift, really. Of course, we want to be winning this game. And we will get a couple of goals this afternoon, Reds. Don't worry about that. Gags, how are we, la? Reds, make sure you do tune into the Gags Tandon show as well. That'll be following the full-time whistle. Gags, hope you're well, bud. Champions, there we go. And Chelsea on the counter-attack anyway. Oh! Tell you what, a great run there by Madueke. Straight through the heart of Liverpool's defence there. I don't know where our defensive midfielders are, if I'm being honest. Yeah, they're cutting through Liverpool at will at the moment, Chelsea. Enzo, find it really difficult, Liverpool, in the opening 5 minutes of this game of really picking up Cole Palmer and Madueke. But yeah, Cole Palmer. I'd love Cole Palmer, Chas. But never going to leave Chelsea, is he? On that 10-year deal that he's got. Or all the Chelsea players have signed anyway. Liverpool playing out from the back here. Got to be very careful. But Neto, he's had a difficult start really to his life at Chelsea. Obviously a couple of very big key injuries in his development over the last couple of seasons really. In a Wolves shirt and certainly in a Chelsea shirt as well. But he's for me, one of the most exciting wingers in the Premier League. Prior to bringing in Jota all those years ago, Reds, obviously Liverpool bringing in Jota from Wolves. But I thought if there was going to be one player Liverpool a couple of years back would have brought in, I thought it would have been Pedro Neto. But obviously with his injuries that he's had, it's understandable that a lot of sides have been a bit cautious really in terms of bringing him into the football club. But yeah, see you later, gags. And Eddie, if Eddie's watching, he's obviously on his holidays. Hope you're having a lovely time, mate. Looked amazing. But, yeah. Storm. We've won the league. Yes. Get in. Yeah, but the next couple of weeks are all about finding out Arne Slot, about wanting to find out more about Endo, more about Harvey Elliott as well. To very much go into the summer. So, but all their talent really, Chelsea, they should be doing much better considering the type of quality that they've got throughout, not just the first team, but the second team and the third team for Chelsea. I tell you, the quality that they do possess within the football club, in terms of searching individual positions as well, it's remarkable. Kick out there, Liverpool playing out from the back. Very high intense press by Chelsea. Well done there, Diogo. So that's a bit very surprised that's not a yellow card for Chalobah. But Jota done really well. Took that in a stride, backing in. See a Chelsea centre half drawing a foul from him. It's one aspect of Jota's game that I potentially could see in the future. Big up there, Panov or Gaz. I like checking that. Who knows us? Well, the clean sheet's gone for everyone's predictions anyway. But yeah, I expect we'll score this afternoon, Reds. We always do. I think if we all remember that famous game, Liverpool winning 1-0. That's one game at Stamford Bridge that always sticks in my mind. Liverpool down the left-hand side. Gakpo! He's done well there, Sanchez. He's held on to that really well. But if I'm being critical there, Gakpo, he's had a couple of options inside the penalty box. Yeah, should be squaring that really. Jackson, he's in behind. Jackson! And thankfully, Alisson Becker would have been sent off there. Thankfully for Alisson Becker, if that flag didn't go up, it would have been a straight red card for the Brazilian. Yeah, he's off, thankfully. Alisson would have had 3-week break before the parade. I think that would have been nice for him anyway, but yeah, I'll behave, Neville. Yeah. Completely misjudged it, as did Ali there, but we'll let him off. It's been phenomenal for Liverpool this season, hasn't he? Main thing for the Reds next year, hopefully Alisson doesn't start picking up these reoccurring injuries on a more consistent basis. But of course, this is why we are bringing in one of the best young goalkeepers in Giorgio Mavrashvili. Tell you what, ref. It's like Soto's just Looks like Caicedo didn't really enjoy that guard of honour. He just absolutely went through him. Thankfully, Cody's okay. Picked himself up. Lovely ball by Virgil. He's found Gakpo on the left. Move referee. Tsimikas ball in. Cucurella. Salah's picked it up in the penalty box. Say what. Trent nearly. I have a needle ball there, really. But thankfully, from a Chelsea point of view, getting a little toe on that, because Salah would have been one-on-one with Sanchez on the right-hand side of the penalty box. Oh yeah, big up there, Phil. How are we? Not enough to play for already. Won the league. Chelsea are still... Yeah, that's why, as I said, Tim, you're looking at Chelsea and analysing this game. It's extremely difficult, as I said before, psychologically, when you are playing against, whether that, obviously, this season, the bottom three really are already down. Have been down since the match week 20, haven't they? Ipswich, obviously, and the other lads down there anyway. Leicester and lads that come up, but usually come at the back end of the season. Obviously, this season, it's not just in the Premier League where there's an absolute clamouring, really, for the Champions League spots. Looking Serie A, there's such a small margin of error, really. And even in the Ligue 1 in France, we know the monetary value of all these places in terms of the attraction, the allure of bringing in top talent into your football club. It's so big, really, in terms of bringing in Champions League revenue. As it was for the early years of Jurgen Klopp. What a ball. Endo's got a bit of space here, and he's found Cody Gakpo. And Cody get his head up, entering the penalty box. Cody ball in. Salah, couldn't quite get his toe on that. Oh, look at you. You're hard with your Stone Mountain top on, aren't you, lad? Camera just panning to that Chelsea end there. Giving it to Salah. Don't mess with him. He's got Stone Island on. He's hard. But Salah there, nearly getting on the back end. The back post there, really. Couldn't quite divert his right boot on that. But certainly for Liverpool in the opening 12 minutes of this game, he's Liverpool getting quite a fair bit of space down Caicedo's right. I can spend 120 million, or whatever it was, 120 odd, on a DM and playing him right back. Boss. Even though he can play there anyway. Just find that absolutely baffling though. Liverpool well entrenched, really, in the Chelsea half. I'll tell you what, it's so easy for Liverpool on the edge of the Chelsea's penalty area, really. Yeah, and that's where Chelsea's deficiencies really do lie. I don't know if many of you have seen them this season. You need more from the likes of Madueke. You need more from Palmer and Jackson. Really, from a defensive, structural point of view. In terms of getting into those defensive positions. Can't always be fast-flowing, attacking football, really. Just looking back on this Chelsea goal, really. Oh, that's expert moving there by Cole Palmer. On the second analysis there. Looking at that, he's really done one on Curtis Jones. Yeah, Curtis Jones. Caught too high up the pitch. Cole Palmer, excellent movement. Dragging him out wide and then killing him in behind there, really. It's expert movement from Cole Palmer. Great tackle by Endo. Well done, lads. Referee. No need for that. Nicholas Jackson putting a boot in there. Big up there, chat. Steve, I'm not too bad, mate. Thank you very much, bud. Hope you're well. And most importantly, lads, hope you've all had a very lovely weekend, whatever you've been up to. And yeah, we're in celebration mode, aren't we, lads? As are some of these players doing. They've started the game, but they certainly do deserve the celebrations. We've got the celebrations come at the end of the season at Anfield, where we get the trophy. And then we've got the big one on the big bank holiday Monday, where the whole of Liverpool, from every corner of the globe, every single Red will be descending on Merseyside. That should be good. But yeah, if you are new Reds, do drop a like on the video as well. You're absolute legends. But yeah, see, not too bad, mate. Lovely turn there by Palmer. There's a free man at the far post here for Chelsea. Costas, great defending there, Simi. Checking a penalty for what? Neto. Let's have a little look at this. That is never a penalty. Why is that even getting checked? He's used his body positioning and his strength, Kostas Tsimikas. That's why people take a disliking to VAR. When you're reviewing silly decisions that just eat into the time that don't need to be getting checked. Yeah, it's after he said play on, no penalty. Oh, good, Steve. Happy days. Happy days there, bud. Steve's going with 2-1. Let's get your score predictions in anyway. But if you are tuning in this afternoon, hope you've all had a good one. I'll quickly, if anyone's just coming in from work or whatnot, if anyone's just tuning in wondering who scored the Chelsea goal, it was, of course, Enzo, the Argentinian, Alexis McAllister's midfield partner. See, that Argentina midfield's got so many mad players, really. You've got DePaul, obviously, playing for Atletico Madrid. You've got McAllister, Premier League winner, if you didn't know that. World Cup winner, Copa America winner now as well. And, yeah, you've got some top players. Andy Robbo on the bench there. Obviously, Reds, what are we saying on Andy Robbo's contract? He was in the new, done a couple of interviews this week as well. I'm not against giving Andy Robbo a 2-year deal, really. A 2-year extension, really, Reds. Because going into the summer, as long as Liverpool bring in a fresh, younger left-back, if Kostas was to leave the football club, you can't put enough money on, really. He's had a difficult couple of seasons, Andy. But I think it's interesting that the shift of Liverpool over the last 24 months, really, in terms of the different style in which we play in certain aspects from a defensive point of view. But for me, certainly, if you give him a 2-year deal, maybe on slight reduced wages. But if we were to bring in a Kostas or a Nathan Yuri or play of that quality, of that age bracket as well, then you can certainly learn a lot off Andy Robbo. That would take Andy up to about 33. I still think he's got a lot to offer Liverpool. On the pitch as well. But it's all about having, and this is where we spoke about the midfield over the last couple of seasons as well. Reds for every Liverpool fan. Obviously bringing in Endo, bringing in McAllister, Szoboszlai and Grav. It's all about bringing in the understudies, really. Because like today, Kostas giving another big opportunity. I want to be seeing, I think we all do want to be seeing Kostas really push on. Salah to Endo. Elliott. Good play by Liverpool to Salah. I couldn't quite get that touch on that Salah. Nicholas Jackson. He's running at Joel Quansah. Well done there, Joel. The throw in for Chelsea down this left-hand side. Yeah. Did I say referee booking for dissent? Yeah, big up there, Reds. 2-1. Hopefully, mate. Yeah, we've got goals in this, but it's approaching this game was never going to be easy, Reds. As we said, shocker blocker in terms of where Chelsea do find themselves in terms of the top 4, top 5, really. In terms of, let's have a little look in terms of there's an updated all over the top. Alisson's dealt with that really well. Come off his line really quickly. That's what you want to be seeing. But as it stands at this moment in time, in terms of the table for Chelsea, obviously Newcastle, if you're being away from the, missed some of the results this afternoon, Newcastle dropping 2 big points. So Forest have got a game in hand as well. So if Forest win their game in hand, there'll be 3 teams on 63 points. Newcastle, Chelsea and Forest. Madueke's absolutely done there late there. There's a switch by Enzo to find Neto. Couldn't quite keep that in. But yeah. Tell you what. Could get tasty for Arsenal, Reds. Tell you that now. They've got us. Is it next week? Yeah. We're playing Arsenal. And that will be the greatest guard of honour known to man. Just can't wait for the social media fume as well. Why aren't we giving them a guard of honour? Because you finished second, mate. Well done, Joel. Yeah, what's your thoughts on obviously Andy Valbo as well, Chas? Would you be for or against really giving Andy? For me, I wouldn't be too forced really. I think Liverpool giving a 2-year deal to Andy wouldn't be too bad. Endo, take your time there, Endo. He's got a fair bit of space. But Chelsea on the edge of the penalty area, really flooding the little pockets of space, really. Liverpool find extremely difficult. Leave it, Mo! Oh, what a ball that would have been. Trent, man. Salah needs a shout there, because that was falling to code. That was finding Jota. What a ball. Salah, leave that, lad. That would have been 1-1. What a ball that would have been by Trent. Oh, and then Mo's had a little look there to see who's behind him. Unlucky there, Mo, lad. Trent to find Salah. Afternoon, Mr. C. Afternoon, chat. Hope you're all well. Make sure you drop a like on the video as well, Reds. Of course, we've got the Gags Handed Show following the full-time whistle. Got the final whistle as well with Ben and Nina this afternoon. That'll be live, so make sure you tune in for that. Ben and Nina will be taking you through all the big Premier League results and their analysis as well. It's been some cracking results already, so Reds, make sure you tune in for that. So you got obviously ChatGNG throughout the week. See that where Gags and Grizz will be taking you through a lot of transfer news as well. A lot of that'll be coming up this week and very much analysing the game this afternoon. But yeah, it's big celebrations really, Reds. Obviously the Jan Moby podcast. Trev and Jan will be live this week as well. Obviously I filled in for Trev this week as well, but it was a great privilege as always to host. But Trev will be hopefully joining you next week. But they're live. They've been live for many of the years, really, Reds. So if you haven't tuned into the Mulby podcast with Trev and Jan, make sure you do, Reds, anyway. If you go back anyway, there's plenty of Mulby on the Spot podcasts. Liverpool in the penalty box. Couldn't quite get his feet out there, Virgil. Ball out to find Salah. Keep down the ground there, really, Reds. Costas down the left. Well done, Reds. Keeping all that ball. Well, yeah, plenty to get stuck in. Media matters. Busy days, Mondays, as if you're new to Anfield Index. So, chock-a-block of Reds. Make sure you tune in. Put your notification bell on tomorrow as well. Dave Davis will be taking you through all the great LFC content. Speaking to obviously industry-led journalists, we've had Lewis Steele, Jonathan Northcroft, Paul Joyce, and obviously David Lynch will be joining Dave tomorrow. Well done, Endo. Got a bit of space there. Down the left. Gakpo. Great run by Costas. Found Endo. Endo in the box. Is that not on ball? That was being really tight there, mate. But lovely play by Liverpool down that left-hand side. Last-ditch defending by Chelsea. Cody. Tell you what, he's got a couple of those Chelsea players down that left-hand side. Gakpo. Last-ditch tackle there. Chalobah. Getting a toe on that, really. But Liverpool getting a fair bit of space. I'll tell you what, Endo's picking up little pockets of space, breaking the lines. Love to see it, that. But if no one's watched that, like, Japan national side, really, Reds, one of the most underrated international sides. I think, obviously, you look at it was the Qatar World Cup. Pull up a couple of very big performances in that competition as well. Did beat Germany. But, so yeah, the development of the Japan national side over the last couple of seasons, and it's all about obviously for the exposure in the top European leagues as well. We know Celtic have got a lot of big players for them from Japan, and certainly across the continent in the Bundesliga and certainly in the Premier League. Now you got Mitoma, you got Endo, and then a couple of other big players, but it's only going to bode well for the Japan national side in terms of their development. And that's only showed, really, the more exposure and from an international point of view. But looks like Madueke might have picked up a slight injury. It looks like he's running off, I think. McAllister, the away end. There we go, that's the beauty of the travelling cop. Especially on European away days as well. It's where all the big songs do originate, from the away ends. Oh, what a touch. Release it there, Curtis. Release it. Release it, lads. Good ball. Cody. To Elliott. Come on, Harvey, lads. Better by Liverpool. Trent. Oh. Just couldn't quite get that ball forward there. Trent. Get up. Well done, Lino. Get up, Madueke, lads. Last 5 minutes, Liverpool really grow into this game now. Grew into the game. Just need to be cautious on those counter-attacks, really. But does Liverpool started to speed up the play? Just keep on shifting that ball from left to right. That's how you do beat this like low defensive block really from Chelsea. Since you've got that goal, they've put sheer bodies. Oh, Harvey to Trotte. Chalobah again. The man that has been the last-ditch tackles this afternoon. Reds, if you are watching on X, if you're watching on Facebook, head over to the YouTube channel as well. And Chelsea on the counter-attack here now. Cole Palmer has picked up a position down the left-hand side here now. Cole Palmer entering the penalty box. Great defending by Jarell Quansah, forcing a corner. Tell you what, Cole Palmer down the left-hand side didn't have much option, really. Nicholas Jackson lazy, walking into the 6-yard penalty box there. And so, he's had a very good season for Chelsea this season. From what I've seen, the Chelsea games this year, Champions, ole, ole, ole. Go ahead, Reds. Lavia and Saicedo, champions. Lads, if you didn't know. Wait. It's going to be another corner anyway. Yeah. The best moment of last week was obviously Gary Neville. he wanted to get out of Anfield anyway as quick as he possibly could, didn't he? But obviously Aldo on the commentary team anyway, just laughing his head off like we all were. 15 minutes left in the first opening 45 minutes here. And Liverpool 1-0 down, courtesy of an Enzo goal inside the first opening minutes of this game. Cucurella. Madueke. Oh, what a ball. He's found Cucurella. I'll tell you what. It's like a pinball machine there. That ball's absolutely ricocheting to everyone. Oh, it's off the bar as well. Wow. Tell you what. But Madueke's quick, magical feet there. And Virgil van Dijk, didn't know a lot about it, but that's down to his world-class positioning there from Virgil. Getting in the right place at the right time, but Moses Caicedo drifting that ball into the penalty box. And we really had a Jordan Pickford Divock Origi goal there, really, Reds. Thankfully, it went over the bar. I'm sure if that ball would have dropped down for Ali, would have caught it. That's a weird ball by Sanchez. Straight into the path of Liverpool's midfield. A low-driven pass anyway out. This is where, like, Chelsea's deficiencies in certain aspects when you're analysing them this season. Like, you need more. If Chelsea want to be doing bits next season, and especially, obviously, they're doing well in the Conference League, but when that got drawn, like, Chelsea's quality, I don't think they've even included Palmer in that Conference League side, which is understandable. Cole Palmer, speaking of Palmer, Jackson, that is poor movement by Jackson. Palmer needs an opportunity there. He's just got his feet planted. Nicholas Jackson. Cole Palmer was trying to thread that ball in behind Virgil and João Quansah there. He just stops his run. It's a great tackle by João Quansah. But you do feel for Palmer this season. Now everyone's been jumping on his back this year, but certain absolute dross performances. I think it was a compilation this season of the balls that Cole Palmer's put into his Chelsea attacking players. The amount of misses that they've made this year. And this is where if Chelsea do get a more recognised world-class number 9, I think they'll be a lot more comfortable in the top 5 positions anyway. But we know everyone's looking for a top world-class number 9 anyway, but I think it's bang on the money, really, that I think Osimhen will turn up at Chelsea. I think John Obi Mikel, former Chelsea player, done a great an interview already over the last couple of weeks where he spoke quite candidly, really, about potentially Osimhen turning up at Chelsea. Jota on the edge of the penalty box. Salah, right hand side. Salah, little give and go there. Trent, ball into the far stick. It's a deep searching cross. And Neto needed a bit more of a shout from his Chelsea colleagues there, really. There was no Liverpool attacking player heading in at the far stick. But Neto, don't think he'd be best too pleased. There was no one on him, really. Could have brought that down. Thankfully, from our point of view, Liverpool have got a corner there. Come on, Virgil. Oh, look at the Chelsea fans taking a picture of a Premier League winning right back. Go ahead. He's famous at Trent, isn't he? Ball in. Punched by Sanchez. And don't get me started on these Reece James, Trent comparisons that have been happening over the last couple of seasons anyway. Reece James he's a good player, but he needs to actually stay fit. But Eds, let me know your thoughts on the first opening 45. Obviously 10 minutes left. But considering Liverpool have made quite a fair bit of rotation. But on the left, there's going to be a Liverpool goal kick there, really. Joe Quonset to Salah. Poor touch by there. Salah. Madueke inside the penalty box. Again, not the best of clearances by Jarrell. Palmer still got it to the far stick. Neto, he's went quite early there. He just held his run. Curtis. No, Curtis, he's putting Costas under so much pressure there, lad. What? That's a foul. He slipped. Who Chelsea got left here, chat, in terms of their fixtures? Let's have a little look. Quick look. So, in terms of them, FFP regulations and PSR and all that. So, Chelsea's remaining games after today are... Not counting your Conference League because they're going to win that competition. So you got Newcastle away from home. I tell you, that's going to be a massive game next week on the 11th of May. Then you got United at home. And then you got Forest away. Wow. Big games for Chelsea. Massive games. So yeah, Newcastle and Forest have still got to play Chelsea. That could play a massive, massive part in terms of who does finish in the top 5 positions. Could be a couple of teams missing out on goal difference come what the end of May. Absolute scenes when Arsenal finish third in a 2-horse race for the title this season again. But it's the history of Arsenal. Liverpool need to shift this ball a bit quicker, man. Game just peters out, really. Last 10 minutes. But, as we know, if anyone just tuning in, coming in from work or whatnot, Liverpool 1-0 down. Enzo scoring the opening goal this afternoon. But heavy rotation from Liverpool. Obviously, Endo, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott in the midfield. Can Joss again on the end of that. He's found Salah. He's trying to find Cody Gakpo. Tell you what, he's done well there. Saicedo to really get up. And there's a massive height differential, really. Saicedo and Cody, one of the tallest players, attacking players. Obviously, Cody, I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", Cody Gakpo. So, bit of a mismatch in that area of the pitch. But it's a big summer. Big summer for Elliot, Endo, whatever does happen in a couple of weeks anyway. Closely, obviously, the first of the two transfer windows does open on the 1st of May. 1st of June, sorry. I think it's a 10-day period. Obviously, you got the Club World Cup. Obviously, not too bad of a bench, that is it, really, Reds? But, well done, Virgil. Stepping into the heart of that midfield. Go ahead, Virg. Van Dijk on the overlap there. We love to see it. Rico Chiesa. He'll get that Premier League medal. I thought he scrapped that rule, chat. I thought, why is Sky getting that graph up then? Poor ball out there from to find Salah. Well, it's all about what Arne Slot can very much learn for the next 4 weeks, really, and especially going into next season. There'll be a lot of rotation, and quite rightly so, because the amount of minutes that Gravenberch, Maka, and Szoboszlai have played, and the amount of effort that they've put in over the last 38-game season anyway. It's massive. And the main thing going to next year, I'm not going to be doing what Mikel Arteta's doing, where he just runs players into the ground and whinges about, oh, we've got injuries. But Neto! Oh, side netting there. I tell you what, he's so good at that. His explosive nature when he gets on the ball in the first initial 5 yards. His acceleration of pace, really, right on side the penalty box. Neto, first 5 yards, does really well to get a shot off as well. Costas seems like, oh yeah, I've got him, but the acceleration of Neto in those positions, it's really good, man. As I say, though, he's found Jackson. Madueke to make it 2-0. Oh, this is going to be tight. The ball's in the back of the net. Is Trent playing him on? This has got to be tight. I think it's offside. It's been given as offside, Reds. But how deep Costas is? Oh, yeah, he's miles off. There we go, thankfully. All good. He's good 5 yards off there. That's poor by Jackson. He's looking... There's no reason for him to be in an offside position there. He's got the ability. He's got that bit of pace about him as well, where he can... Referee! It's a blatant... How's that not a yellow card as well, Cucurella? Salah getting dragged to the ground there. We're new round here, Eds, to obviously Matchday Live. Obviously, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. The schedule for this evening's live shows as well is, obviously, you've got the Gags Tandon show following the full-time whistle. I'll be joining Gags for his analysis on the game as well. Obviously, the post-match Raw lads will be getting their recording out. Oh, there we go, Trent. Obviously, post-match Raw lads will be recording their episode this evening as well. Obviously, you do join the Discord. You can listen to that live in the studio as it's happening. Obviously, you want to join. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, click the description. Obviously, the little drop down, and you can join the Discord there. Free to join. But if you do become an Anfield Index Pro member, you can listen to all the podcasts free. Well, not free, because you're paying a subscription, but you can open up all the great catalogue of great LFC content. But 30 seconds left of normal time. Cucurella, it's poor there. Curtis, probably going to be a minute added on. Yeah, minute added on there, Reds. Didn't expect anything too much, really, to be done. There we go, Reds. 1 minute added on. Lavia. Tell you what, he does that really well, Lavia. Little spin. So last attack of the first opening 45 minutes. And that's poor. That's so poor by Enzo there. Because Jackson made a good run in behind. Just picked it up again. Be aware of behind you there, Costas. Ali. Long searching ball. And that is half time there, really, Reds. You are tuning in. Liverpool have very much found themselves 1-0 down, courtesy of a Enzo goal in the early stages of this game. And yeah, it's expected, really, Reds, with a lot of heavy rotation, which is understandable. Being disappointing to say the least, but it is what it is in terms of Liverpool quite lacking a lot of real clear-cut quality at the top end of the pitch. And certainly in those midfield positions, we've just been so accustomed to very much seeing Alexis McAllister, Gravenberch very much pulling the strings on a more consistent basis, really. But it's been good in terms of certain aspects, but it's a long way to go in the second half, really. Liverpool want to be getting a lot more out of this game. I think we'll see a fair bit of rotation in the 60th minute mark anyway. Bring on a bit more of the more senior players, really. But like this afternoon, you're looking at Harvey Elliott and Curtis not had many minutes this season in the Prem. And yet again, as it was when obviously Elliott had his opportunity in the cup competitions, I suppose it's difficult. It is extremely difficult when you are heavy rotating the squad. A side that is not, especially that midfield's not accustomed to be playing quite regular together in the Premier League. Because when they do come on, it's really as a combination between Szoboszlai and obviously McAllister, and then you're bringing on Endo. So it's only be one of them, Reds. I think as we approach the second half, don't expect many changes. Don't expect many players to come on in the stroker. The beginning of the second half. It's going to be a case of 15-20 minutes going into the second half and then maybe bring on a lot more of the senior players, really. But yeah, just Liverpool have really failed to very much materialise any clear-cut, proper chances in the first opening 45. Yeah, Mr. C's there. End of season game was always good to give squads. Yeah, it's one of them buds, isn't it, in that regard. Very much rotating in the right areas and mainly thinking about next season as well, Reds. You got to think about it. Of course, we'd like to be winning these games, but you just got to be realistic. We've got to be forward thinking. Got to be thinking for the next couple of months as well, where we don't want to be running McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. It is a more or less needless game, but it's an opportunity for certain the fringe players to maybe get into the mind of Arne Slot. But yeah, it's going to be one of them. But yeah, big up there, Psycho Pal. Big up there, buds. As Sai said there. Oh, what is there? Let's just bring that. Oh, geez. Make that a bit smaller. Oh. There we go. There we go, so you can see there. Size, nice one for your comments, Si. Much appreciated. Elliott has not had made any strong case for this inclusion. Far too easily bypassed in the midfield and passive on the defence, and far too subservient on the ball as well. But Endo has impressed on the ball. Yes, I think we've seen a side of a little game to Endo, really, from our Endo, in terms of he's getting into those little pockets of space, really. But I'd agree, Bud, on Elliott. I think majority of us would. It's been disappointing from Harvey. I think the moments that we've seen from him this season, he needs to be doing much better. He needs to be doing much more, really. And when you look to the summer, if Liverpool want to be continuing to improve on last year and improving the whole overall quality from within the squad, I know everyone, they had to say, and everyone, when everyone mentions trying to speak about Elliott, oh, he's homegrown, but yeah, he's homegrown, but you've just got to think more about that, really, in terms of bringing in quality, because that is certainly an area in terms of Liverpool's attacking midfield role going to next year where Liverpool can bring in an improvement. But if Elliott is to stay around in the next year or so, his performances really do need to improve. But as we know, it's one of them situations, really, Reds, in it, where you analyse Liverpool and now those attacking midfield roles. We know why Dominic Szoboszlai, of course, everyone speaks about, and McAllister and Gravenberch, but what Szoboszlai does offer you off the ball, what Elliott doesn't, is that defensive reassurance, really. He's an absolute machine, Dominic Szoboszlai, off the ball, in terms of the amount of minutes, the amount of miles he does clock up, really. Structurally, he gives Liverpool that extra midfield as well, because when you analyse Elliott off the ball this season, when he's played for Liverpool, but most importantly, in an Arne Slot system, you need to be a lot more defensively switched on, really. And for me, Elliott, he's maybe in the summer, if he needs to, I think he does need to bulk up a bit more in terms of a bit more body strength, really, and certainly most importantly his defensive awareness, because even looking at that goal, I know it's a needless goal Chelsea have scored today because we're champions 20 times if you didn't know. Sorry, well, I'm not sorry, because yeah, we're proud of this team. Enjoy it, Manchester United fans and Everton fans, anyway, this season. Certainly will be a couple of holidays getting booked when we're celebrating our 20th parade, anyway. But yeah, it's Elliott, looking at that goal, really, it's just a bit switched off, really. I think it's great movement by Cole Palmer, the way in which he just drags Curtis Jones out of position and then just absolutely penetrates that little bit of space. It's expertly, world-class attacking midfield, attacking positional play there, really. Yeah, it's just absolutely sends Curtis Jones there, really, but it's Cole Palmer. It's what you expect, really, a player of his quality. But yeah, that's what happens when you don't tell Cole Palmer to just play in a position. If no one's watched Chelsea this season or not really listened to Enzo Maresca, really, what he's trying to get his team to do. I think I've seen the interview this week as well, and Maresca very much justifying his strategic strategy in certain individual teams in terms of how controlling he is with certain players, in terms of where they are positioned on the pitch as well. He just basically said that Chelsea as a team were not really good in transition and not really good enough in terms of defensive structural point of view. So you'd understand why Cole Palmer this season, he's played a lot more reserved. But I'd analyse Madueke, he's great on the ball, but it's that defensive side of the game, and that's where you look at players. I think one player, when you look at what you can get, is Sadio Mane in a Liverpool system and Salah, but the work rate Sadio done on the ball and most importantly off the ball as well. And if you go across Europe, one player that always reminds me of his great defensive work rate was Samuel Eto'o in that Inter Milan side. More or less played as a left winger anyway. But his defensive work rate, Eto'o in that Inter Milan side that won the treble that year and the Champions League, was absolutely phenomenal, really. And it's that, if you want to become a world-class player, you can't just be good on the ball. You've got to be doing, the most importantly, your off-the-ball movements, and your off-the-ball, you've got to sacrifice a lot of your game as well. And if it's needed this season, as it has done, but as we know, the camaraderie and the quality, not just on the ball, but defensively this season and going into next season as well, it's that work rate off the ball that has helped Liverpool be in the position that we have been this season, because the amount of games that we've won 1 or 2-0, but even still, we've managed to see out games, and that is all. It's not just the defensive, and even the lads at the back would very much give plaudits to Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, and even the forward lads as well. Getting the goal, Salah, but as we know, the latter stages of Salah's career, we know what that conversation that he had with Arne Slot this season, where he's adapted his game, and this is exactly why I don't think Harvey Elliott going into next season, maybe beyond, unless Elliott improves drastically his defensive sides, because as we know, that interview that Salah and Arne Slot have said, he's dropped Salah a bit more higher up the pitch, a bit more attacking emphasis really, and Salah's not really, as statistically speaking, the data's all there, that he's not always coming back defensively, and when you've got Szoboszlai there, it's a lot more work for him. But I think that what Dominic Szoboszlai and a lot of the other Liverpool players understand is, if you're allowing Salah a bit more leeway in terms of defensively, just saying, right, Salah, stay a bit more 25 yards up the pitch, and when Salah breaks with the ball, he's absolutely deadly, as we've already seen this season. Bit of a quiet game today, but I think Liverpool have really failed to get the ball into the danger areas of the pitch, really. I think the best opportunity for Liverpool Reds, if you're just coming, tuning in or whatnot, and you've missed it, was a great opportunity, a lovely, delicious ball into the penalty box by Trent, but Salah just needed a shout from Jota. I think it was Jota would have had a literal tap in at the far stick anyway, but sadly for us and Liverpool, really, Salah didn't really hear the shout, and he intercepted and was in an offside position anyway. But one of them. What it is, Reds. But plenty of comments, but nice one that for the site. Yeah, I think a lot of people might agree with you there, but I certainly do. And can see these games as an extended type of preseason. Yeah, Mr. C. You know what Arne Slott's all going to be about. Already we've seen him in the Liverpool dugout. As a head coach, he's very meticulous. He analyses it so well, the game, and he'll already be thinking about the summer window and certainly next season. This is why it's a big game for Elliot this afternoon, and obviously Endo, as I said at the top of the show, I think we all do anticipate Endo to stay around post next season. I do feel that he's a good squad player, and you need quality and you need professionals around the dressing room as well. Big up there, Helen. As Helen says, Endo's looking good. Watching the comms in LA today, getting a really good pitch side view. Happy days there, Helen. Happy days. Is that the... Oh, doing wrong. Is that the dome? Is it? Like the big massive dome, Helen? Hope you have a lovely time in LA. That's but yeah, happy days. Is that because I think you've got? Is it in America where I don't know if it's LA or somewhere where you've got that the dome, like where it literally feels like you're in the ground. It's amazing technology anyway. But yeah, big up there, Helen. Enjoy. Let's hope Liverpool can pull the game back anyway. Big up there, Abdul. There we go, buds. Get to your comments. The goal we conceded was the centre midfield and the left back had a mix up. We were not marking and tight marking on Cole Palmer and Neto. Jones should have gone with Enzo for the goal, and we need to be doing. We do, Abdul. But Abdul, I know you know we've won the league, but for anyone watching that's not a Liverpool fan, Liverpool are Premier League champions. Bosh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that's never going to be getting tired in this season. Reds, if you're out and about, meeting the families or your work colleagues, just remind them every 10 minutes. Yes, we will be unbearable. But yeah, I'd agree there, mate, with your analysis in terms of breaking down that. But as you said, I think it was an excellent movement by Cole Palmer. The way in which he just dragged Curtis Jones out with the space and absolutely done him. Absolutely changed his direction quite quickly. We need to improve. Yeah, we certainly do, bud. We certainly do. Big up there, Callum, and I think we will. Once the substitutions do come on in the second half, Reds, I think we will see very much an upturn in quality, really, from Liverpool when the senior players come on. But they're getting a quite well-earned rest. Callum, hello, bud. How are we, fella? But yeah, Callum, yeah, they're the best in the business, really, in European football, Callum, and that's exactly why Liverpool have been extremely successful in terms of Liverpool's midfield. It's the heartbeat of this Liverpool side, really. I, for one, have been quite critical of Dominic Szoboszlai over the last 12 months, but I think I've just come to I'd like to see a couple more goals and assists, but at the end of the day, it's worked this season. But yeah, I think there's more of an understanding now the role in which Dominic Szoboszlai does possess. This is why everyone's speaking about a mad attacking midfielder. Like, I think Xavi Simons has been linked again this week. I think defensively he needs to be doing a lot more. He's a highly talented player, but I think the one thing with Xavi Simons, obviously for Leipzig, he has facilitated a lot down that left-hand side in a left wing position, which is interesting to say the least, really. If we did sign Xavi Simons, I think it would be with the understanding Liverpool might lose one or two, especially down that left-hand side. Anyway, not Cody Gakpo. Cody's staying here for a very long time. But maybe, obviously, Lucho Diaz or Darwin Núñez, whoever that might be in the summer, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it anyway. As Sai said there, I used to pick up the AirPods. I think the team has gotten used to Dom and Jones in the 10, who are far more dynamic and physically, which does not help Elliott. I think it is why his best performance this season are on the flanks. 100%, but I think there's a lot of rotation, as you said there, a lot of fluidity, really. Curtis can play the 6, but as he said there, Bud, his more natural position is in that 10 position. I still think there's a lot of development with Curtis, but that's... you've been watching me over the last couple of seasons, Reds, and even on the watch-alongs, I'm a big advocate, really, of Curtis. I think he's a phenomenal footballer, especially under Arne Slot. And as I said there, it's just about adapting, which it does not help. Yeah, so as he said there, Si. Nice one, Bud, for your comments. Hope you had a good weekend. And all these Reds, anyone tuning in. I'm just saying, I think he's won... I know Sky brought up the graphic chat, but I thought that rule... Chat, does anyone know if that rule's been eradicated in the Premier League? I thought it was everyone just got a set of medals. Like, and Liverpool put in a request of the amount of medals, and then everyone gets them. But yeah, Chiesa, if the rule does stand previously that we used to have, where you only need one more appearance to get a medal, which is all good. But yeah, got bullies. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them. But the thing is, Reds, as we analyse coming into the second half, Chelsea are in desperate need of a European spot this season. Like, they're like one of their like main starting 3 teams. Like, we know what whoever does play in terms of the attacking positions. Like, they are, it's interesting psychologically when you're coming into a game like this where Liverpool won the league, and you got Chelsea vying for a top 5 position, and Arsenal, tell you, if Arsenal lose all their games, that would be interesting. And we are back underway here, Eds, for the second half. But yeah, they're vying for the European spot. There we go, 1 sec there, chat. Oh yeah, spot on. So if you are tuning in, welcome to Matchday Live here, Eds. Hope you all had a very fine weekend, and certainly Liverpool, I do feel, will turn over the deficit in the second half. Just speaking of Harvey, as we were on the half-time analysis for more views in the comments. Yeah, it does, bud. It does. It will improve. It's just all about getting that movement, really, forward. Yeah, there we go, Steve. Shout it louder, Ed, as well. How many times have we won the Prem? 20. Yeah, I agree, bud. I don't understand really the hype or the links, really. Yeah, because as we just mentioned in terms of when we spoke about Dominic Szoboszlai, I think he needs to be doing a lot more, really. Good young player, but not for me, personally. But you never know what Arne Slot can do. It's all about Arne Slot, his elite level head coach ability to get the best out of players. But yeah, for me, Xavi Simons, a bit similar with Harvey Elliott defensively. I don't think he does enough. That's going to be a foul on Gakpo. Liverpool are shooting from right to left this afternoon as well, Reds. We are attacking the away end. It's a foul by Diogo. Up to plenty of shows already on Anfield Index, mate. Obviously Trev and Dave and obviously Bart. There's so much great content already on Anfield Index, Red. So please do head over there. Dave and Bart have done some great analysis in terms of breaking down the potential number 9s for Liverpool. But for me, Abdul, if you're asking me, bud, I'd love Isaac. I'd absolutely love him. But I think we'd all have to chip in to try and get him out of Newcastle, because especially if they miss out on Champions League football, they're going to be asking north of like 120, 130, 140. Do I think he's worth that? Yes. Yes. But it's the modern market now in football. Crazy money, but it is what it is. The what used to be the 50 million price tags has become the 100 million price tags now. It's very rare that you do get value in for money unless you're a Liverpool football club who seem to just unearth gems out of nowhere, really. I'd love another signing like Andy Robbo though, Reds. Salah. Oh, it's just not having any luck this afternoon, Mo. Went to try and play a lovely ball in behind, and now Pedro Neto. It just... Jackson! Nicholas Jackson! Oh, I'll tell you what, he slipped at the wrong moment there, and Liverpool have got away with that. Thankfully. But yeah, need to be much stronger there, Jackson. What a big opportunity that was. Oh, looks like Bayern Munich have won the league. Leverkusen getting beat 2-0. Harry Kane's finally won a trophy. Well done, lad, but that's your own fault for staying at Tottenham for however long you did. Maybe you would have more trophies in your cabinet, Harry. What a striker, by the way. But yeah, for me, Abdul, it would be... What would be your number 9 striker pick, chat? Get your names in. Have you seen a couple of players that... Oh, well done. Madueke's absolutely sent Trent there. Madueke. That sums up Madueke in the space of 20 seconds. He absolutely skims Trent on the byline. Gets into position where he's got to play a good ball in, and he absolutely fluffs his lines. Salah running a Cucurella. Salah inside the penalty box. Salah. Referee! Is that not a foul? What? And Van Dijk's being yellow carded. That's what Salah's saying. It's a foul in the penalty box. Let's have a little look at this now. Ooh. It's one of them, really. Not a malicious there from Virgil van Dijk. It's a yellow card. Oh, here we go. Gary Neville's. If that was a red card, Reds, or just football fans in general, football would have well and truly be gone, mate. It's a 50-50. One player I'm disappointed that we didn't get is Lavia, chat. Obviously, he's had his injuries this season. But, yeah. Top player, man. It's his on-the-ball ability, Lavia, that I love. I think in terms of... Data speaks for itself, but his ability to just spin on the ball, in terms of, exit at any angle, really, does really well. He certainly does build out from the back really well in the Chelsea side. Enzo Madueke. That is so poor. He's miles offside. That is awful by Jackson. Nice one, lad, for doing it. But he's looking straight across the line. It's awful. This is where you speak about Chelsea's, it's so poor and lazy. And if you're a Chelsea fan, you're screaming at the telly or in the ground. Because there's no need for him to be offside there. He's looking straight across the line. It's just lazy attack and play. Lazy. Yeah, big up there, David. I've not quite the midfielder or the forwards in the middle, both. Yeah, he's just... I think that if there's a team that you'd identify him doing really well in, is Brighton. I think they play with obviously an interesting attacking line anyway, but I think if he went to a Brighton, he'd really thrive. A team where it's a lot more emphasis on a more of an attacking number 10, so we're not trying to get on the ball and dictates the tempo really, but we know our number 10s defensively need to put in a bit more of a defensive shift. But whilst he's here, Elliot, and I think it'll be interesting summer, but whilst he's here, we get behind Harvey, don't we, Reds? And if he was to leave, or anyone leaves Liverpool for the matter, we wish them very well. And we thank them for their service this season. Referee! I was going to say, nice one there, referee. Chalobah absolutely brought him down there. Yeah, it's poor by Chalobah. I suppose you understand why Chalobah's trying to stop that free kick. He's 25 yards up the pitch in out of position. Yeah, it's a try. It's a trial period for certain individual players, but isn't it? It's yeah. Don't believe. We won't be losing too much sleep, really, Reds, will we? Only if you're out celebrating us winning the league. Good tackle there by Quansah. Yeah, Julian Alvarez. Yeah, so good player, man. He's an absolute machine, and he knows attacking areas. I just shake my head, and if anyone's watched Atletico Madrid this season, they drew again this week against, I think it was away. Like, they drew again. Like, they had Griezmann, I think it was Alvarez as well. They got, obviously, they got Soloff to come off the bench, and obviously the Argentinian forward they have as well, Correa. So, you just watch Alvarez in that system. Just so defensive, Simeone, man. Like, that squad is better than it should be doing well as well, but Alvarez and Griezmann just absolutely wasted in that system. For me. Oh, Cole Palmer's done well there to drag that ball out of the sky. Palmer, down the right-hand side. He's running at Simicus. Don't foul him! Oh, what? Oh, Virtual, lads! Virtual at 2-0 Chelsea. Should have started playing the Benny Hill music there in the 6-yard box. Unlucky there, lads. I tell you what, the lad at the far stick there, I think it was Trent, with a sublime interception. But Virgil van Dijk, it's gone down. I think it's gone down as an own goal anyway, but comical at the back, but ball in. Tell you what, great interception there by Endo at the far stick. But Virgil van Dijk, he's panicked really. He's not really thought about it. And he's absolutely cannon that at Jarell Quansah. Absolutely whacked that at him. And it's it. Quansah in the belly. And it's went into the back of the net. Unlucky Jarell. We had nothing. He couldn't really do more than that. Unlucky there. Yeah. But Reds and rivals won the league if you didn't know. But disappointing. And I think now we are seeing the changes come into play now. Núñez coming on and Bradley coming on. Trent, he's had a good game this afternoon, really, Trent. So, Bradley's coming on, Reds. Maybe 1 second. Let's make that change on the ticket. So, Núñez come on for Jota. Come on, Darwin, lad. As we said, we knew those substitutions were coming on the 60th. They've come on a bit more early than expected, considering we are 2-0 down. Colwell, yellow cards. Why is Enzo down as well? Oh, we got the ball, man. He's got the ball. Oh, referee, the game is well and truly gone. He got the ball. Whole point of playing football is trying to win tackles like that. Get up, Enzo. Mac, I'd have a word with an international teammate there, mate. Embarrassing. Nunes. But yeah, Liverpool at 6s and 7s this afternoon. Reds. It's understandable. Certainly would have enjoyed their celebrations. And rightly so. Madawaki. But Neto down the right hand side here now. Ball in. Goal kick there really for Liverpool. He can't, bud. Especially when your centre-back partner is whacking the ball at you. Unlucky Jadel. He couldn't have done nothing more. He couldn't have done nothing more there, really. Yeah. Kenny Dalglish getting the winner famously at Stamford Bridge all those years ago, as Liverpool secured a 16th league title. The assist from Jib Beglin as well. What a commentator, by the way. One of the best in the business. And what a footballer as well. But even Nunes coming on, really, Liverpool really struggling to get a foothold on the ball. Oh, Jackson. He's won it. Jackson. Oh, that's poor. There's Neto with the far stick there. But, yeah, at the minute, that's just the midfield. Hasn't quite worked out this afternoon. Lavia. I think that for that goal difference, really, for Chelsea, that's what they're wanting, really. Harvey Elliott trying to find Bradley. He's done well here, Bradley. Tear up to Sal. That's poor Connor, lads. Sal is fuming, and you can understand why. Chalobah, he's been defending it on his own at moments this afternoon. David Chalobah, Bradley, and you can see from Salah's frustration. That's what Van Dijk's fuming with Kostas there, really. Just saying why Kostas isn't really stretching the pitch. Very narrow, Simi. Endo. To Salah. It's going to be a corner. Very unselfish by Mo there. Tell you what, a goal on the hour mark, really, for Liverpool would be interesting, to say the least. Hopefully we can get one. Because, as I've many a times this season, Chelsea have lost a couple of leads and winning positions. So I've not really had a real sustained. Van Dijk threw a mark there, really, in the penalty box. Virgil will be disappointed with that. That's Mudaweki. That is horrendous defending. That is so lazy defending by Mudaweki. If you want to be improving that, it's just Switched off, lost. Didn't even try and defend him with the wiki. As Graham said there, Brinkies it on. Yeah. Oh, what a tackle by Curtis. Sorry, Stamford Bridge is appealing for the penalty, but very well timed tackle there. Nearly got on the end of that. Great tackle. Great interception there by Curtis. Yeah. We do, chat. We do, certainly say. Obviously, those two very much the tempo setters at the heart of Liverpool's midfield. But just... I know we want to be winning the games next couple of weeks, really, but we just got to think, give the players a rest. Because you look at McAllister, the amount of minutes he's played, not just for Liverpool, but even over the last 2-3 year periods. Obviously, the year in which we had that Qatar World Cup, where we were playing in December in the middle of a season. As well, Bradley down the right flank, trying to play Salah. It's got to be a foul there. It's going to be getting a yellow card, and rightly so. There. Oh, thought he was going to get a yellow card there, Lavia. It was a good ball initially. Yeah. Salah's being absolutely clotheslined there, really, by Lavia. Yes. Stevie G getting his usual chant from the Liverpool fans. So, yeah, I do wonder how much Steven Gerrard would be in today's market of midfields. Top talent. Pedro's having little words with the gaffer there. As Champions gets echoed from the away end. Ball over the top there. Hit the wall there. Not the best of free kicks. Gakpo. Ball in. Gakpo, oh, great defending at the far stick there. Colwell, I tell you what, nearly put that into his own net, but it's just world-class defending there. He's aware of Darwin Núñez behind him. That's phenomenal defending by Colwell. It's a good ball in by Cody as well. Come on, let's get a goal. Ball in by Kostas in his corner. Oh, it just fell for... Oh, lucky there, man. Chelsea on the counter-attack here. Oh, Sanchez getting that away. One of the most inconsistent goalkeepers in the Premier League. Sanchez. You watch him from week to week. His keys are coming on. Graham, I think you might be having your... or every Liverpool fan's going to be having the wish in a sec. There's a bit of movement in the technical area. But yeah, if you are new around here, lads, make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. If you are new to Anfield Index, of course, the Gag Standing Show will be following the full-time whistle this afternoon. Of course, the post-match Raw lads will be analysing the game in terms of what they've learned this afternoon as well. Endo. Ball into the penalty box, cleared by Saicedo. Endo to sit Kostas. Kostas. Oh, just couldn't quite get that ball down there. Couldn't really bring that into his stride and get a bit more control on chat. It is Szoboszlai and McAllister coming on. So, here comes the more control from Liverpool. This is where Chelsea got to be careful when those two lads come on, that they don't lose all superiority, really. for a game in which they've been so dominant. Salah. As your penalty box. Salah to the far stick. Nunes! Chat, how's he missed? Darwin, lads. What an opportunity. Salah with a delicious floated ball. I think it would have been, it would have been offside, I think, anyway. But it doesn't matter. Darwin, lads. It's a free header, man. Oh, go again, lads. Nunes, lads. He's right, Endo, lads. Go a little run out for Endo. There we go. Elliott's come off. No surprise there. So, Dominic Szoboszlai coming on there, chat. And Alexis has come on. So, still no case of chat. I think that tells you exactly what will be happening in the summer, chat. As much as we'd like to see him come on, he will get that final appearance, but when you're 2-0 down away from home and he's one of your attacking subs, that just says exactly what Arne Slot thinks about him in terms of his positioning in the ranking in the squad. Ball in, cleared by Colwell. It's a big next 10-15 minutes for Chelsea, really, in terms of the lads coming on, because you know exactly what's going to be coming. More control for Liverpool. BA, say, though. Oh, no, Jackson. Yes, say so, just sonny. I say Jackson, who all tried to get back into back up their colleague. It's alright, Costas. Show me Premier League winners' medal at the end of the season. That's all good. Mac is on. Hopefully, bud. I think if we can get the next goal, Reds, in the next 5 minutes. Get the next goal. Next 5 minutes, I think it'll be game on. Oh, what a run by Conor Bradley. Nunes! Darwin, it just won't fall for him. What a run by Nunes. And it's that man again. That's a mad camera angle, Sky. Fair play. Tell you what an interception that is. Chalobah. He's been a man of the match for Chelsea this afternoon, really, Reds. By an absolute country mile. Chalobah. Jadon Sancho. One of the many attacking players that they've got. Jadon Sancho would get into many European starting 11s, but for me, when you analyse Sancho, very disappointed, really. Like, there's a good player in there, but as you're seeing at Manchester United, is it a bit of his work rate on the ball and off the ball? But it doesn't help, really, when he's not playing as regular. But it's all about the coaches, what they see on a week-to-week basis in terms of the work rate, really. Because as we've mentioned with Liverpool this season, it's all about coming together, really, and working hard. And even if you're not getting on the pitch, it's all about what you can offer off the pitch in terms of your leadership as well, and just being a lot more of a team collective unit. Gakpo to Jones. Gakpo. Ball in. Is that going to be a corner? Good play by Curtis to play in Cody down that left-hand channel. Nunes trying to run to that front post, but Salah, come on, let's get Mo at least a goal or an assist this afternoon, Reds. Come on. Get him to keep on chipping away at that tally. Oh, tell you what, got away with that there, Chelsea. the first initial two blockers on the front post absolutely missed the ball. Oh, Madueke. Neto. Running at McAllister. Pedro Neto! Oh, what a run that would have been. Well done, Curtis. Recovering that space really well there. Getting man between man and ball. That's the thing, no, Graham. Even if you're a bit part of any top elite level side, mate, the professionals, you know the place within the squad. But the one thing Liverpool have done really well over the last couple of seasons in terms of, as we mentioned at the top of the show, you look at Divock Origi, Elliott as well, Endo, like players on the peripheral of Liverpool's squad. The one thing, it's all about having the right characters. Because you look at Divock Origi, one of the biggest games in Liverpool's history in the semi-finals. He done the job against Barca. So, if you're a fringe player at Liverpool, of course you want to be bringing in that quality in terms of if you are a fringe player, but adding that right balance. But it's about not moaning or whinging. Because if you are a fringe player at Liverpool, it's about wanting to better yourself and trying to break into that starting 11. And having the aspirations, really, to break into the starting 11. But what Liverpool don't stand for is those type of characters, really. And we don't have them in our squad, thankfully. The lads know to work hard graft. And if you get the opportunities when you come about, you've got to take them, really. Cody Gakpo off the left flank. But yeah, that's Liverpool still 2-0 down. If you're just tuning in for the second half, Enzo getting the first goal for Chelsea this afternoon in the first opening 45. And a goal in the second half, courtesy of an own goal from Jarell Quansah, who couldn't have done absolutely nothing, really, when the ball ricocheted off him in the 6-yard box when Van Dijk absolutely levered the ball at him. And unlucky for Jarell Quansah, he happened to be the centre half that the ball just absolutely whacked off him and went into the back of the net. So, by no fault of Jarell Quansah, that ball went in. Knew nothing really of it. "15 minutes left to go in this game, Reds. Can Liverpool capitalise off one of these corners?" It's all about Chelsea's concentration levels now. That is sloppy by Curtis Jones. Cole Palmer kept onto that ball far too. Should we go in offside position there, ref? No. Madueke's just come off an onside position. Offside position, so. Well, it looked like. Madueke. No. Cleanish, Jerome. Go on, Dom. Switch it, lads. There we go. Took his time there with that ball. Salah. Can he engineer a bit of space down this right-hand flank here now? Stepping in off the right. Salah. He's found Costas. To Nunes. Ball into the far stick. Salah! Just wide. He'll be disappointed that he at least couldn't have got that on target. Yeah, would have been on an onside position there as well. Would have been extremely difficult. I tell you, if Mo popped that into the back of the net on that angle, would have been millimetres away there. Finds in the far stick. As Lavia. He'll be enjoying it from Liverpool fans. as he chants champions and fair play. Liverpool fans in the way heads remind Lavia that he could have had already this season his first Premier League medal in his career. But it wasn't to be. As the away end chance, I think you could have won the league. But yeah, Reds, we are this afternoon as well. The Gag Standing Show. Make sure you put your notifications bell on. We'll be following the full-time whistle. Ball down the right-hand side here now. Madueke inside the penalty box for Chelsea. Madueke, good block. It's fell for Enzo. Sancho, sorry. He should be scoring that, Sancho. Wow, he's got so much space on the second phase of that attack. Couldn't quite get that ball forward. But Reds, we're new round here to Anfield Index. Welcome, Reds. Massive thank you to everyone that's tuned in this afternoon. Obviously, first time over there. Welcome, Reds. Obviously, Gag Standing Show is following the full-time whistle, and the post-match Raw lads will be getting their podcast out as well in terms of breaking down the key moments of this game. Obviously, over 75 free podcasts a month, over a staggering 600 free articles a month on Anfield Index. Want to check out more in detail, and head over to AnfieldIndex.com. And if you want to become an Anfield Index Pro member, just as little as a coffee, where it opens up a whole great catalogue of great LFC content, eradicates all the adverts as well, Reds. No back heel there. So make sure you get involved with that, Reds. Of course, Palmer's done really well here. Cole Palmer. Oh, it's off the post. I tell you what, it looked like an impossible angle, but not for Cole Palmer. What a run that is. Where's that Cole Palmer been all season? Tell you what. Such a great run there. Just needed a bit more of a Trivella style finish, a bit more of an outside the boot shot there, put a bit more spin on that, and that would have been 3-0 to Chelsea. Palmer again. His low centre of gravity. It's amazing. Such a talented player. He does Alisson with the eyes, really. He's like, oh, am I going to play that? He went for the goal there. But how are we? That's... Chat, Chiesa's got his league medal. Get it. Go ahead, Federico Chiesa. Ready? Fedi Chiesa. Go ahead. Yeah. Still plenty of time, but yeah. The scoreline stays 2-0. Of course, they'll win the game. But if you didn't know, Liverpool won the league. But yeah, all good. This game was always going to be bigger for Chelsea. Bigger, considering the amount of big fixtures Chelsea have got left in their calendar. Come at the end of May. Plenty of big games to come in the next couple of weeks for the teams vying for a top 5 position in the Champions League. Gakpo. Far stick. Tried to find Salah. No, Salah's trying to play in Chiesa there. Just far too ahead of him. Well done, Curtis. Szoboszlai to find Salah. Oh, Salah still got it on the edge of the byline. All the way back to Conor Bradley. Can he keep it in? Yeah, he done well there. Well done, Bradley. Szoboszlai to find Salah again. Salah. Going to be a corner for Liverpool. But let's hope we can get a goal in the next 5 minutes. Probably will be about 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes added on anyway, considering the amount of substitutions for both sides. There's been a couple of bits of stoppage of play, not much anyway, but I expect about 4 or 5 minutes added on. Yeah, I don't think so, but Van Dijk, get in! Get in there, Virgil, lads. Game's not over. Certainly not over. What a ball into the box there. Ball in. Maka in a bit, lads. Alexis McAllister. Well done. Well, Virgil van Dijk. Who's he ran off the back there, Virgil? No stopping that, Reds. Powered that into the bottom corner. Hello, hello. It's not over. Get in there, chat. There we go. And if you've got Van Dijk in your fantasy football, you're buzzing with that. That'll be about 5 points. And will Chelsea now whistle under the pressure and do what they've done this season, where they absolutely collapse when a team gets a goal back? Palmer straight at Alisson. Yeah, comfortable for Ali Becker there. Yeah, big up there, Tony. Big up there, Toe. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season. Obviously, it's been phenomenal for Liverpool this year, but certainly going to be a lot of rotation in certain aspects of Liverpool's squad. Ball down the right-hand channel. Darwin Núñez needs a bit of support here. What Liverpool need to do, as we all know, Reds, is like trying to gauge next season, really, where Liverpool can strengthen and we don't really see too much of a drop-off in quality, really. Cody Gakpo. Diaz is still on the bench as well. Chiesa, poor touch by Chiesa. There's a counter-attack on here for Chelsea. It's a 4-on-3. Enzo, inside the box. He's found Caicedo. Neto. That is so poor by Chelsea. It's poor. You've got to try and at least caress that into the top corner, or he's just absolutely blasted that into the stands. Need much more better composure than that. Reece James coming on. Absolutely. He's a top talent, but he's been absolutely decimated with injuries. The England right back. But that's massive thank you. Anyone that's tuned in this afternoon. Enzo obviously coming off for Chelsea. Did score in the first 3 minutes of the game. But, yeah. Good goal. Reece James, the captain, coming on for Chelsea. Obviously putting on a right back, a bit more defensive. We'll see, you'd have Caicedo step into that midfield now. A more natural right-sided defender coming on. Caicedo will go into that position vacated by Enzo in that middle. So we approach 2 minutes left in this game as well, Reds. Can Liverpool get an equaliser? Well, this is a must-win for Chelsea here. It's a massive must-win game for their aspirations for top 4. Or top 5, really, sorry. Salah. Levi Colwill. Tell you what, he's out of position here, Colwill. Liverpool can get that ball forwards. Just went straight to a Chelsea player again. So it'll be a corner for Chelsea. A minute left of normal time. Chelsea now will be hoping and praying, really, that they can get a goal to just very much see out this game. There's going to be a very nervy last couple of closing moments of this game. But yeah, if you are watching on Facebook or X as well, head over to the YouTube channel. Oh, we're 2,000 watching this afternoon as well, Reds. Much appreciate all the support, not just on the watch-alongs, but certainly across the board on all the LFC content we do here on Anfield Index. Very much appreciated, Reds. Obviously, got the Gag Sandon show. The Gag Sandon show following the full-time whistle here. Obviously, Monday Media Matters tomorrow. As you can see, David Lynch and Dave Davis tomorrow afternoon. 5 minutes added on. That's what we said, chat, wasn't it? 5 minutes. Referee said play on there. I think that will be a yellow card for Maka. Five minutes allotted on. But chat, as I said, don't get too downbeaten really on the result this afternoon, Reds. We know what the next 3 weeks to follow are as well. A celebration of our performances, mainly for the lads that do play in the next 4 weeks or whatever. Not really to overexert themselves, because we go again, and then next season will be very fastly approaching, very quickly around the corner. Couple of transfer windows in and out or whatnot, and we'll be back underway for the second season, full season of Arne Slot. Don't want to be picking up any needless injuries this season either at the back end of this point. Just about strategically using your players in the right moments, keeping them fit for next year. Yeah, you are new around here, Reds. Over 75 free podcasts per month that we do here in Anfield Index, with over 600 plus free articles. Plenty of great LFC content to get stuck into, Reds. Caicedo all the way back to his goalie there. So we played 2 minutes, he allotted 5. A good performance by Cole Palmer. Chance created one. But I'll tell you what, shout out to Chalobah as well. I'll tell you what, I'm very surprised Chalobah, I know Cole Palmer's had an impact on the game quite clearly, but I think from a defensive structural point of view, Chalobah, he's been on the end of a couple of very well-timed defensive duels. We had a Gag Standing show will be live in the next 5 minutes after the full-time whistle. Ball into the penalty box. Salah. Couldn't quite get that through. Chelsea are looking for a counter-attack here. It's a 1-on-2 for Chelsea. It's not a foul. Get up there. And that's poor by Cole Palmer. Oh, Chiesa, lad. Oh, Big Virgil's up front here. Go ahead, lad. Well done, Reds. Big Virgil's playing striker. We love to see it. He must have himself in his fantasy football. My man's gone striker. Go on. Virgil van Dijk double there. We'll take that. Come on, let's get an equaliser here. Curtis Jones. Poor by Curtis. Didn't have a lot of pace on that ball. There's a counter-attack here now. Cucurella, he'll be wanting to fall, and he's done exactly that. Bradley, don't get involved, lads. Don't get involved in something that's needless like that, lads. Well done. Walk away. Yeah. It's a foul. It's what they want, Chelsea. A corner. Oh, free kick deep in territory there. Oh, there we go. Corner. Still in there. One last. No, it's a penalty. Oh, what are you doing? Jarell Quansah, lad. Unlucky, Jarell, lad. You know better than to put his foot in there. It's going to be a penalty for Chelsea Reds. It's going to be a Cole Palmer opportunity to get more fancy football. Yes. It's naive, that. That's something he needs to learn, certainly. As we said tonight, this afternoon. But as we know, with Chelsea. Yeah, can do, Gags. Can do, mate. Whatever's easiest for you, bud. All well and good. All well and good, bud. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just readjust the times, bud. I'll slightly just move that. Just give it an extra 5 minutes. So get a quick drink, bud, if that's okay. And, yeah. Chat, tune into the Gags Tandon show, where we'll be celebrating Liverpool winning the league. But Cole Palmer from the penalty spot. Come on, Ali. But it's going to be a big goal here for Chelsea. Of course, the 3 points, but mainly due to their goal difference come what the end of May. Oh. Just about getting that into the bottom corner. Why is Madueke going like that, lads? Why is he going like that? Lads, Chelsea lads, we've won the league. Yeah, boy. Well, great penalty there. Unlucky there, Quansah. But that is Chelsea 3, Liverpool 1. He deserves Cole Palmer to be at a football club that actually wins trophies. I'll tell you that now. Huge talent. And there's been people that have questioned Cole Palmer's ability this season. If anyone's analysed Chelsea, he's been massively limited from a technical point of view. With just a player of his ability deserves to be playing with free rein, really, and just allowed to express himself. A big result for Chelsea. And we knew this coming into this game. Chelsea, their aspirations of getting Champions League football were much bigger than Liverpool this afternoon. And that is full time here, Reds. Chelsea 3. And Liverpool, the celebration party still continues. But, yeah, 3-1 sounds. We won the league. But Reds, this game was much bigger for Chelsea than Liverpool coming into this game. But well done, Chelsea. Congratulations. But congratulations to our lads. Quansah, like, keep your heads up, lads. Keep your heads up. I know you just give away a penalty and that, lad, but You're a Premier League winner. You're a Premier League winner, lads. Plenty to shout. But yeah, Reds. It wasn't to be this afternoon, Reds, but it is what it is. But Reds, right, quickly wrap up here. Massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in this afternoon. Me and Gags will be live just in a little second. But Reds, see you later. Have a lovely rest of your Sunday. But make sure you do tune in to the Gags Sandon Show. We'll be live any moment now. Nice one, Reds, for all tuning in as well. Much appreciated.